So we're now at our 2-week follow-up appointment. When we do the number of things that we did last time, we want to make sure that we follow up and see if there's any little touch-ups or fine adjustments we need to do to make sure everything looks exactly perfect. I got pictures here of what we did comparing before and where we are today. Some of the things I really like, we do have much more volume in the upper and lower lip, and it seems to match what she had when she first came in. We do have really good light reflex right above that Cupid's bow area that I like. We can see that this downturn that was happening at the corner of the mouth is now kind of flattened and straight. We've helped with this volume that was lost in the lateral part of the upper lip, and that looks much more smooth. It's an overall rejuvenation that happens to the whole area around the lips as well as involving lips themselves. Today there's little touch-ups that we're going to do. Angie was pointing out to me one little crease above her upper lip that we're going to do a little superficial injection to. I want to do a little bit more volume maybe to this lateral part of the lip down here, and a little more volume to her middle part of her lower lip, 1 to 1.618 ratio. So we just have this one little superficial crease that we want to get right here that Angie pointed out to me. So this is where we use our blend with the Bellaterra, very superficial filler. We don't want to use anything heavy that's going to make a big bump. So this is going to help just get right in that little crease and help lift that little spot out there. So, clean that little bit. You can see how it even blanches a little bit. That lets you know you're right in the very top part of that skin. And that's where you want to be for something like that. Just kind of give that a little bit of strut right there. Strut and support. Good, perfect. That's all we need to do, and that'll give that little support. Angie was tough today. She said she didn't want to do the numbing on the upper lip. So she's like, you can tell a difference though when we numb it, right?
Yes.
That wasn't too bad though.
It wasn't. It's done.
So it's better when we numb. We numb the lower lip because we're going to be doing
Way
more
better
down there.
when you numb, but you know, it's just a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Just a little bit.
And that's all we need on the upper. Otherwise, the upper lip looks great. We're going to work on this, like I said, the corners on the lower lip and get a little more volume in the lower lip. So now we're going to work on the lower lip. One thing we talked about is doing a little more volume in this lower lip. We're going to try and get this to kind of come down a little bit. The majority of the volume for a female lip, you want to kind of keep it the distance between the medial canthus. You don't want to put much volume outside of that. So we're going to concentrate on the volume here. I will try and do a little bit out here and kind of come it out here, but we want to get most of the volume within the middle of the lower lip. And that'll help give us, we want to achieve that ratio we talked about, the 1 to 1.618. So that's what we're going to do now. Put a little bit here. Let me open your mouth a little bit. Clean this up good here. You doing okay? This we numb, so it should feel better. And this is the point we want to stay. They talk about the pillows of the lip, but it kind of matches up with this GK point, the top of that Cupid's bow here, in terms of where you want to put the majority of the volume for the lower lip. So this is where we're doing it right here. Here. This sometimes helps kind of lift it out a little bit and kind of come underneath a little bit. You doing okay? Good. Perfect. There we go. I like that. We got a little more volume now in that middle part of that lower lip, and that'll help. You can close your mouth for me? So that'll help that will add a little more volume as, towards the middle here. It still looks like Angie. So, she had kind of a 1-to-1 ratio when she first came to see me. But I think a little bit more volume in this lower lip is going to help make the upper lip match better. Okay, now we're going to get the other side just like we did the first side. close for me, let's see. Okay. Good. Nice. That's really good. Open for me, let's see. Perfect. Do a little bit right across this lower edge here. Make sure this matches. So when you're doing the volume in the lower lip, you want to have a little, you don't want to put a lot right in the middle. So you can see that I don't ever cross the midline too much. There's a little bit of a crease here, and that keeps that natural appearance to the lower lip. They talk about a keyhole. Some people have people hold dental floss and things like that to kind of help create that. I don't go that far, but I do try and make sure that I don't inject right into that little crease right there in the middle of the lower lip. So you heard me explain earlier about the term blanching, so you can see how there's a little bit of blanching here. You can get that right away just from, like I said, going right into the very superficial part of the skin. Also, some of the blending that I do with the fillers adds a little bit of lidocaine with epinephrine, so it can help constrict blood vessels. Again, this is advanced technique. It is one of those things you have to know what you're doing in anatomy to make sure that you do this correctly. The epinephrine does decrease our chances of bruising and bleeding and things like that too, so it does have an added benefit to the fillers when we do the injections. So now we're going to finish up, like I said, I'm going to work on this lateral crease. Try not to smile. So we're going to try and get this last little crease right here and lift this lower lip out just a little bit more here. What's nice is we've already done dental blocks down here, so this area is numb. So when I do the little needle for the cannula, she won't feel this part, so that'll be nice. And the cannula will limit our bruising and things like that too. So, yeah. Did you feel any of that? A little bit? It also doesn't hurt as much because then I can go in multiple areas and not have to stick her a bunch of times with a bunch of needles. So we're just going to go right. And I can feel with this finger where I'm going with the cannula. There can be a little, there we go. Feel some little fibrous bands you have to go through sometimes to get right on that spot. So I can feel where the end of the cannula is and inject right into that spot. We're using that lighter weight Versa product so we don't get too much volume in here. We're trying to do something that will move with her when she moves her mouth. Perfect. Here we go. And you can see we got more volume coming right through here. Great. Okay, so now we're going to dress this side. Again, we're going to try and lift out this little area right here. I may even drag it up into here and kind of get a little volume up in there and see if I can help out a little bit there too. But just right here at the edge of that lip. You okay there? You can sometimes even see the cannula right here, the edge of it, but I'll be feeling with my finger to make sure I'm in the spot that I want it to be. So right up in there is where I want to be. Like I said, I'm going to try and come up even to here a little bit. This gives a little support too, even from the top down if we do a little bit of volume right here. Perfect, and now you can see it's kind of, this is all even through here. We don't have any drop-offs. This looks perfect. You can see that she's got straight now with her lateral commissure is the sides of her mouth. There's no longer a downturn, it's a straight line, and we've got this volume filled up around this area. This is what I was trying to accomplish. This is our goal, is to make sure that the whole perioral area, the area around the mouth, has a rejuvenated effect as opposed to just treating the lips. By doing this, you can see that even though we've added volume to her lips, they match the area around her lips. So we don't have, we talked about the problem with the aging going back and your lips getting treated and everything sticking out and have that duck-lipped appearance. So the important thing to do is to make sure you treat the area around the lips as well as the lips when you do decide to treat lips. And that's how you maintain the Austin natural look.